Thanks, Rob, that was really nice. So, I assume you've all heard of Roald Dahl. Have you heard of The Rhyming Stew?
Yes.
So, I'm reading from this book, and I'm going to read you a story about the Emperor's new clothes. It's with a bit of a twist. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I will begin. The royal tailor, Mr. Ho, had premises on Savile Row, and thence the king would make his way at least a dozen times a day. His passion was for gorgeous suits, and scrumptious cloaks and fur-lined boots, and brilliant waistcoats lined in red, hand-sewn with gold and silver thread. Within the palace things were grand, with valets everywhere on hand, to hang the clothes and clean and press, to help the crazy king to dress. But clothes are very dangerous things, especially for wealthy kings. This king had gone to pot so fast, his clothes came first, his people last. One valet, who had seen to leave a spot of gravy on a sleeve, was hung from rafters by his hair, and left there forever dangling there. Another, who had failed to note a fleck of dust upon his coat, was ordered to be boiled alive, a fate not easy to survive. And one who left a pinch of snuff upon a pale velvet cuff, was minced inside a large machine, and reappeared as Marjorie. Oh, what a beastly horrid king! The people longed to do him in. And so, a dozen brainy men met secretly in a den, to formulate a subtle plot, to polish off this royal clot. Up spake the very brainiest man, who cried, "I've got a wizard plan! Please come with me, we all must go to see the royal tailor Ho. We'll tell him very strong and true exactly what he's got to do." So thus the secret plans were laid, and all arrangements quickly made. 'Twas winter time, and lots of snow, and every day the king would go to ski a bit before he dined, in ski suits specially designed. But even on these trips he stopped to go into the tailor's shop. "Oh, Majesty!" cried Mr. Ho, "I cannot wait to let you know that I've contrived at last to get from the secret weavers in Tibet a cloth so magical and fine, so unbelievably divine. You've never seen the likes of it before, and never will do any more." The king yelled out, "I'll buy the lot. I'll purchase every yard you've got." The tailor smiled and bowed his head. "Oh, honoured sire," he softly said, "this marvellous magic cloth has got amazing ways to keep you hot. And even when it's icy cold, you still feel warm as molten gold. However hard the north wind blows, you still won't need your underclothes." The king said, "If it's all that warm, I'll have a skiing uniform. I want to ski trousers and a jacket. I don't care if it costs a packet. Produce the cloth, I want to see it, this marvellous stuff you're selling me." The tailor, fraying great surprise, said, "Sire, it's here before your eyes." The king said, "Where? Just tell me where." "It's in my hand, O king, right here." The king yelled, tearing his hair out, "Don't be an ass, there's nothing there." The tailor cried, "Hold on, I pray, there's something I forgot to say. This cloth's invisible to fools, and nincompoops and other ghouls. For the brainless men who are around the twist, this cloth simply doesn't exist. But seeing how you're wise and bright, I'm sure it's glistening in your sight." Now, right on cue, in burst a dozen brainy men. They shouted, "Oh, what lovely stuff! We want some too. Do you have enough?" Extremely calm, the tailor stands with nothing in his empty hands, and says, No, this gorgeous thing is only for my lord the king." The king, not wanting to admit to being a proper royal twit, cried out, "Oh, isn't it divine? I want it all, it's mine. I want a skiing outfit most, so I can keep as warm as toast." The brainy men all cried, aghast, "Oh, Majesty, you lucky lad, You'll feel so cosy in the snow, with temperatures at 0 and below. Next day, the tailor came to fit the costume on the royal twit. The brainy men all went along to see that nothing could go wrong. The tailor said, "Strip naked, sire. This suit's so warm you won't require your underclothes or pants or vest or even the hair upon your chest." And now the clever Mr. Ho put on the most terrific show of dressing up the naked king in nothing, not a single thing. "That's right, sir. Slip your arm in here, and now I'll zip you up right here. Do you feel comfy? Does it fit, or shall I take it in a bit?" Now, during this absurd charade, and while the king was off his guard, the brainy men, so shrewd and sly, had turned the central heating up high. The king, although completely bare, had not a stitch of underwear, began to sweat and mop his brow. He cried, I do believe you now. I feel as though I'm going to roast. This suit will keep me warm as toast." The queen just then came strolling through with ladies of her retinue. They stopped. They gasped. There stood the king, as naked as a piece of string, as naked as a popinjay, with not a fig leaf in the way. He shouted, "Strike pose! Behold my marvellous skiing clothes! The clothes will keep me as warm as toast, in hail or sleet or snow or storm." The ladies blushed and hid their eyes, and uttered some plaintive cries. But some, it seemed, enjoyed the pleasure of looking on the royal treasures. A brazen wench cried, "Oh, my hat! Hey, girls, just look at that!" The queen, who had seen it all before, made swiftly for the nearest door. The king cried, "Now, I'm off going to ski. You ladies want to come and join me?" They shook their heads, so off he went, a madman off on pleasure bent. The crazy king put on his skis, and now, oblivious to the freeze, he shut outdoors and skied away, still naked as a popinjay. And thus this fool, so lewd and squalid, in half an hour was frozen solid. And all the nation cried, "Hey ho! The king's deep frozen in the snow."